Hello and welcome back to Heroes of Might and Magic 3. This is our dungeon challenge playthrough with Gunnar with no tier 5 spells, no resurrection and no animate dead allowed, and we're also limiting ourselves to one tier 7 dwelling per faction still. We're now also exploring with Damacon, so this should speed up the rest of the game significantly, especially as he can grab a Cove army if he loses the fortress army that we've given him somehow. And Gunnar is going to try and finally push into Purple's Tower Town area after several unsuccessful attempts. Lastly, we're also going to be looking for the Grail now, as the AI were kind enough to show us roughly where it is, or was, and we're really hoping that they didn't dig it up, as we almost never find the Grail on giant-sized maps, so it's always exciting to find it. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, let's move with Gunnar. We already know where we're going with him, which is directly towards this snow area. We'll still leave that gem pond that we're just going past. Although I am tempted to grab this spell power. It's quite a detour, but I'm semi-tempted. We'll decide next turn. Lorelei is basically just sitting where she is. She has very little to do. And Dace is just doing a little bit of exploring for us. So it looks like we can actually get around this side too. So let's have a little look and see what we can see. Gion actually does have an army now, interestingly. He's pretty weak as a hero in general, but I can take out a few things and hopefully that'll allow us to spread ourselves across this treasure area and pick up a few more bits and pieces. I was just going to send him straight back to town, but realistically there's 4 dragons and a load of harpies. The rest of the units aren't actually that significant at all, so I think I'm probably better off just going through with Gion and trying to pick up a few bits of resources instead. Especially as we spent almost 300,000 gold last turn just picking things up. Kaya has already dug a hole? Yes, okay. And Shakti, I think, needs to dig. So nothing there still. Let's move to the side. In theory it should be one of these two. This one. Or one of these two now, because I think the centre was here. Sorry, here even. No, here. So we should be within 2 hexes of that centre, and although it could actually be here as well, thinking about it. Yeah, it could be here as well, but hopefully if the Grail is still there, then we should be able to find that in a relatively short time. It's famous last words, of course. But otherwise we don't have a huge amount to do with these heroes, and we've pretty much built up our towns as much as we were going to, so let's just end the turn. Okay, that was not at all what I expected. I kind of assumed they were just going to go straight down and take that Conflux town. Okay, I was on autopilot there, so I didn't really think about the extra movement I was using to take that. But we can now see that there's Valtara here as a tower town. Doesn't have that many units in it, so we should be able to just take that next turn. And we'll probably also visit this Tree of Knowledge, since Gunnar is level 29. It's going to take a lot to actually get him to his next level, almost 50,000 experience. And it's pretty unlikely we're going to find... Oh, we've actually got a second Tree of Knowledge here too, so that could be worth taking. It's pretty unusual that we're going to find a stack, especially in an area like this that has already been cleared out mostly, that actually has enough creatures in it that we can do something with it. I think, yeah, this was actually, by the looks of it, Purple's first town, so it definitely will be cleared out. Worth having a little look, of course, but I'm pretty sure it will be. So let's send Dace around the corner here, see what we can find. Probably not a lot, some things will be blocked off. Let's take basic fire magic on Gion, why not? And advance the states, that's actually great. We'll go and take out these familiars. I always like it when there's something like familiars guarding a imp bank. I have got slow, I've also got blind. I think we just blind the secondary stack. Okay, we lost a couple of harpies, but never mind. And let's just defend on everything else. 7 speed and 9 speed. 11 speed. Okay, so we'll definitely still get to go before the imps. We've taken the retail, and we should finish them off there. Nice. Basic intelligence is nice. Well done, Gion, doing your job. Almost tempted to take this throng of pixies, but I don't think it's worth it. And Kaya and Shakti both want to dig. No, Shakti just wants to move, that's right, and Kaya wants to dig. Hey! Grail! Okay. Well, I'm pretty happy about that, I've got to say. So let's move that back to our newest dungeon town, and we can build the Grail building. And Shakti, I guess, isn't that essential anymore. We're not going to recruit the Trogs. I probably shouldn't have even flagged that, actually, thinking about it. And we know that we've got a load of Tan heroes moving about in here, so let's just send Shakti off into the wilderness and see what he can find. And are we okay for mana? Yes, we are. So yeah, I guess we're just moving Damacon down. Would be nice to pick up some of these stats, but I'm not sure the detour's worth it. No, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Okay, and let's just double check, see if there's anything we want to build. Let's upgrade the shack. We could also upgrade the Gorgon Lair, so at least that's done. Nothing to build in our next cove town. Fully built here as well, and fully built here apart from the Mage Guild 2. So the only thing that we still got to build is the Battle Scholar Academy, which probably isn't even worth building at this point. We will build the fort now that we've got plenty of basic resources coming in, wood and all. And we'll eventually start building up this town, but I don't suspect that we'll use it at this point in the game. So I think we're good to end the turn there. Let's see what purple do. Okay, so they're going to go through the red portal. That's interesting. Unfortunate too, because we don't actually know where that goes. I think that's just an acceptable loss. +1 knowledge, always nice. Gunnar doesn't really need to stay here though. We certainly can't see any heroes in the near vicinity, and other than the trees of knowledge, there's not really much for us to pick up here that I can see either. Only one Merc camp over there for +1 attack, but it's a hell of a detour for +1 attack. So let's just grab these 2 trees and then we can decide where to go with Gunnar next turn. Dace, we can just do a bit of exploring on. Okay, well, that's the bit of exploring we can do. So we're going to run ourselves back to the refugee camp and then through the portal there. We'll grab that pile of gold on the way past as well, because why not? Let's pick up gold, or got a few bits to pick up here, and then we'll move towards this sulfur dune, because having an additional dune is never going to be a bad thing. I can also see another creature bank up here, Dwarven Treasury, which will be really, really easy for us to take, and an additional one here too. So we might as well take all of those out while we're going through this area, and then possibly still just send ourselves back to town. Let's see though, I can't see a huge number of other things that maybe we want to take. There's another Dwarven Treasury there actually that maybe we could take on the way back. But let's see how we progress. Kaya, oh yeah, Kaya just dug up the Grail, awesome. And I think we just click on the City Hall, and then we've got the Grail. Amazing. I think it only provides plus creature generation in the town you build it in, though. I'm just going to double check that. Yeah, it is only in the one you build it in, but that's okay. And Kaya, let's check out these refugee camps. Some nicks, which I'm not fussed about, although I do love nicks. We don't have a stack of them, so it's probably not worth taking. There's a hole there, so okay, the AI do actually dig up the graves, which is interesting to know. We can get past here, but I think I'd quite like to see what's downstairs, actually. Let's take 2 attack on Damacon. We'll pick up this gem pond on the way through as well. Might even work out that we can go and land on this grave. So if it's not too much movement wasted, we'll see after we've picked up this ore, then we will pick up the grave. For those of you who don't know how graves work, it essentially it's a bit like digging in any place. It uses the whole of your turn to dig it up. I can't remember whether you need full movement though, as you do for other digging. I'll check that in the next couple of turns, and we'll see. Okay. So we've got Tan near our newest dungeon town. We can always go and defend that with Gunnar if Damacon's busy though. Okay, so Pink are actually not going the direction we thought they would. That's interesting. So an additional level on Gunnar, always nice to see. And then let's send him back to Shade. We'll put everything except the dragons inside the town, of course. And what have we got here on this brown hero? Oh, basically nothing. Okay, so let's go and take this brown hit. Oh, you're kidding me. Alright, well let's not go and take this brown hero on Kaya then. That's really frustrating. I'm like 1 movement point short of being able to just take that with Kaya. Okay, we've got unicorns. And frustratingly, we're just going to have to move everything back into the town. Okay, let's put him back to the top. Let's move Damacon. 600. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I do need a whole turn to do that, but I'll do that next turn. I think it's probably worth it, even though it's wasting a whole turn on Damacon. Okay, we can't go anywhere. I thought this would probably have been cleared, but it hasn't been. Okay, apparently I'm just going to keep losing for... I don't want basic sorcery, so let's take Advanced Eagle Eye, even though it sucks. And Lorelei can just wait, as usual. So it's really just Dace that we still have to move. We're not going to reach this refugee camp until day 1, sadly. Let's at least build some birds here so we start the creature generation. And I think we can just end the turn already. I don't know if I'm wrong here, but Teal standing right next to this unflagged mage tower. I was fairly sure that it wasn't unflagged previously. I thought it had actually been flagged by somebody. And it looks like this pink hero just town portaled. Yeah, they must have town portaled. Okay. We won't pick up the birds. We will go and grab this gold though, and then this gold over here on the floor. advanced fire magic. Let's take the one red dragon. Get an absolute garbage artifact that really wasn't worth taking at all. So that's always fun. And we can actually get through this way, so let's do that. Although we do have a small area that we haven't explored here. We can always go through this way and explore it on the way up though, so let's do that as we go towards this creature bank down here, this dwarven treasury. And Sephiroth is just picking us up trogs that we're probably never going to use again. Fire elementals, not really worth anything. Fang arms, likewise. And where did this tan hero go, importantly? I don't know, is the answer. But they didn't have that significant an army, so... maybe we just take a few units and leave the others in town. Yeah, that's probably fine. Let's also pick up the extra 14 trogs, because why not? And then take some 1-stacks, great. And let's also check out our... okay, Medusas again. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So, Gunnar is going to want to go elsewhere. It's probably not worth taking out these grenadiers. But it is worth thinking about where he's going to go next. Let's move Damacon first, because we're just digging. Okay, skull helmets, so not worth taking, but you never know what you're going to get from a grave. I have had games, I think maybe even that I've recorded and put up on my channel, where I've ended up with some absolutely ridiculous things from graves. So, I think maybe Gunnar sends himself to Bok. And we can either go up and start trying to deal with Tan. Ooh. Now that is a significant army. Okay. The enemy has fled, but I did lose a very significant number of units. 24 Medusa Queens perish. Ouch. I can breath the Juggernauts if I hit through here, which I think is probably the best thing to do here. And I could blind the sharpshooters, I can't blind the worms, can't blind the coatls because they're immune. Okay. Not sure if Meteor Shower is actually worth using in this instance. I think my best bet is actually just going to be to shield. Keep it basic. Yeah, I think this is the right play. And Harpies can't do a huge amount. So I think I just move them to here. And Minotaurs likewise, I'll get them over here. Okay, so I lost a big chunk of them, but that's fine. Let's wait for now and see where these other Juggernauts go. I can take out a chunk of these with the Scorpicors, so I think that's worthwhile. Medusa's fully blocked, and I've just actually blocked my Evil Eyes from hitting these as well, so I think we're good. Okay, so they've blinded my Scorpicors now. I think I just dispel. And yeah, I can kill most of these, so that's worth it. 7 to 10 coatls. I think I'm probably better off just taking out these juggernauts. Alright, so they just flee, that's fine. I think that's better. Is that better? I'm not sure if that's better or not, actually. Keep thinking, oh yeah, that's definitely better, but maybe it actually isn't. Let's hire these Medusas, pick up the last of the Trogs, and then we'll go and pick up these 2 red dragons and probably bring them home from there. Let's just start exploring with Shakti. I've got Gunnar right near Shakti actually, so I could drop off these harpies. And a decent number of the Trogs, I suppose. So yeah, let's end the turn there. I think we're good. Okay, I was about to say we've cleared off most of Tan's heroes, but there's another one just coming through from the bottom. So I'm guessing they're a factory main if they've just come at me with nearly 50 dreadnoughts. Because that is a pretty significant number of dreadnoughts. Ooh. Wow, okay. Where was that up here? Intius again. Okay. It's going to be to Flutchen. Yeah, those are acceptable, that's absolutely fine. Okay. Let's move everyone else first. Visit the ruins. Ah, okay, it was a really tiny 1,000 gold. And Kaya, I was going to go and check that refugee camp, but instead I'm just going to go and flag some of these buildings instead. I think that's much more worthwhile. Especially as it is actually a dungeon area. Derrick. For those of you that don't know, a derrick is the wasteland version of a water wheel, essentially. Pretty sure this has been cleared out. Yeah, it has. Okay, it's Sam for Tan. That has basically nothing. They still have Rathmont here with an army of some kind, at least. Let's check out what that is when we get there. And I mean, I guess we could just explore this this Inferno area. I'm not sure how far I'm going to be able to go. Let's see. Let's see. So, from here, where do I actually want to be going? I mean, I guess I could go and take a look down this way, but I'm fairly certain that he just DD'd over into this area anyway, and then we've got a treasure area in between these two as it is. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's not a town here. I could definitely be wrong, but I'm fairly sure there isn't. And where does this underground passage lead? Yep, it's all from Bok again, so let's just go back to Bok. That said, what have I got waiting in town to pick up? Not a lot. Yeah, I think I'll probably wait until my heroes arrive back with some of the troops that they're picking up to dump in my main town. And I can always run back and grab some of these as well, but again, I don't think it's that significant. I think Gunnar should be fine as he is. And I think to a degree it actually makes sense to just push up further north. If we go through this portal here, we can just push on towards Tan, but Tan we should be able to take with Damacon, I would hope. So I think we do just keep pushing over this way instead. Over to the east. And Sephiroth can go up here to collect some units, 'cause she's slightly further on than Lorelei. And be able to carry those on next turn. So I think we're good to end the turn. Okay, still no sight of the other AI. Let's just have another look at that last little bit. Oh, that was all it was. Okay. For some reason I thought I saw more than that going on, but obviously I didn't. Throng of Nagas would be a really good amount of XP, as would a Throng of Dread Knights. 2 Minotaurs is acceptable. I think we do pick up the Endless Sack of Gold, even though we don't particularly need it. It's better than letting the AI have it, especially as they would actually get plus 50% on that because it's on impossible difficulty. So for those that don't know, the AI get a 50% gold increase on their income if you're playing on impossible difficulty. Probably shouldn't have accepted that loss actually. But never mind, we did. So Sephiroth can then run up and grab these harpies on the way past as well, and Lorelei is back to her unit farming route. Well, lucky days. That's a free Armour of Wonder. See, I understand, I know somebody's commented on this when I asked about this, that why AI leave things, and I understood what they meant with the Pandora's boxes, because the AI knows what's inside the Pandora's box already. But I really... Oh! Vial of Lifeblood. Could pick that up and make the Elixir of Life, which could be cool. But yeah, we've actually got 2 Manticore layers here as well, which would be really nice to come and take. 2 extra Manticores growth per turn would be pretty nice, actually. So maybe once Damacon's explored a bit further, we can think about that. Okay, there's their town. And there's Rathmont with a non-trivial army, I guess. If that's 250 bellwethers, then that's going to take a long time for us to deal with. But hopefully it's not too bad and we can just take them out. Let's have a quick look at how many towns they have. Probably at least 2 is the answer. But that's okay. Ah, crystal mine, we'll flag that for sure. Otherwise it doesn't look like we have a huge amount here actually, but let's check out this top corner as well and see what's there. Especially as we've had so many Tan heroes that seem to have come from that corner. There must be something there surely. And otherwise I think we're already good to end the turn. I think that was a Tan hero we saw somewhere just there. We'll check that out, because I missed where it actually was. Okay, and we had another purple hero there. But thinking about it actually, I think purple could be on 0 towns, which might mean this is Tan's last town. Where was that? Ah, I think that's our dungeon town here. Yeah, I think they were somewhere in here. I would say let's just find out with Kaya, but I actually want to keep the beholders that I've just picked up. So I'm going to go and drop those in town first. Okay, we can get through here. It's possible that we've got an underground passage or something here, I guess, although it doesn't look like there's going to be room. It's worth checking out. Okay, and Sephiroth can pick up a load of harpies from there for us and then send herself back to town. That's great. Come on, Damacon. What even happened here? I'm guessing he just imploded me and then fled. I'm guessing. I guess we just pray for morale. Yeah, fine. He just imploded me and fled. Ooh, boots of speed. Basic leadership will definitely take, especially with our morale issues there. So yeah, boots of speed are brilliant. Ideally we want to get those over to Damacon as soon as possible. Spellbinder's hat, which is worth selling. And White Eye of the Dragon, which is actually quite a good ring. A bit underrated in my view. Let's add a couple of these useful things. Yeah, let's have +1 luck instead of a stone skin scroll. But otherwise I think that's pretty good. What haven't they built? An artifact merchant. Let's build that, let's see what we've got in it. I think it might even still be the same month as when we checked it last. It is. In which case, we'll just buy both of these rings. And yeah, do you know what? We'll buy the Shield of Naval Glory as well. And the Ladybird of Luck, because that's super cheap. Shield of Naval Glory is just a small upgrade for us. Ladybird of Luck will have +1 luck for us instead of -1 luck for our opponents. We've already got -1 morale and -2 luck from these, so that's fine. So now we have +2 luck from the items, and that's actually pretty decent. So I'm pretty happy with that. So Damacon can... What do I actually want to do with Damacon is the question. I'm not sure, I'll think about that in a moment. Let's go and explore up here with Gunnar. I'm hoping that this is actually just going to link to the area that we've... Oh. I was going to say that we've already started exploring, but looks like maybe it does, and there's actually a town here too. So, interesting. Fine, we'll go and take that next turn then, I suppose. Significant army? Not really, is the answer. Don't think we should lose that many harpies here, really. And how much health did we lose? Not much at all. In fact, essentially nothing. Okay, so we lose nothing as expected. 5 trogs is fine. We'll take advanced intelligence. And where else do we want to go with Gion? I mean, I guess just pick up some of these resources. And then perhaps even find out what's in this area up here. Let's do it. Damacon, I guess, can just pick up some stats while he's here. Is it worth picking up the lumber mill? Probably not at this point. We don't really have much to build up. This town's completely built apart from the bank, which isn't any use to us at this point, so that's absolutely fine. It's essentially completely built then. Okay, not really finding a lot, but I'm also fine with that. And Damacon... Yeah, do you know what I am going to do with Damacon? Is I'm going to take him back to Shade. Because I would like to take these Manticore layers. And Lorelei is really only just going back to pick up our unit route there. So I think we're good. We can end the turn. There's Tan hanging around in the shadows. And Purple presumably is going to go through this green portal and try and take a town, because in the next turn or two, I think if they don't do something, they're probably going to time out. Okay, this has almost certainly been cleared. But we have got a library there, which is useful. Damacon, I think we actually just send underground to defend wherever it was from Torosar. Marsh Choke. So let's actually go to Mosten first. We can swap these and buy some more units, and we will actually pick up the gnolls at this point because we lost all of our trash trogs that we had. This is probably also worth doing. Since it's our only tier 7 dwelling we can pick up with the faction, I think it makes sense to actually pick up the units. So 6 more Hydras, pretty decent. And from there, Damacon's going to want to go to Mosswood. Okay, likewise pick up some army. And finally to Marsh Choke. Okay, so we picked up a decent army, and let's go and kill Torosar. Yep, that's perfectly acceptable. Not really any reason for me to... Oh, okay. There is a reason I should have taken that fight, because it was their last hero, so apologies in advance. Or in hindsight, actually, rather than advance, I suppose. And while he's here, Damacon could go and get some stats from this. Why not? +2 attack. And not many other places we can go. So yet another Hydra Pond there, which is interesting, but we can't take it anyway. We already have a Hydra Pond. Maybe we go and take these Pegasi. Do you know, next time we're going to want to teleport back, because we still do want to take those Manticore layers. So let's make sure we're positioned to be able to do that. Okay, and Lorelei has nothing to do again. Okay, so there's nothing at all here. So where the hell have those brown heroes, or tan heroes even, been coming from? Well, no point visiting the obelisk, I suppose, since we have the Grail. And Kaya can just drop off these units. Let's upgrade them just so we can move them in when we need to. Okay, Kaya. Let's go and check out this refugee camp again. Wow, Phoenix! Wow! That'd normally be something pretty awesome, but yeah, I mean, I guess we can't do anything with the Phoenix anyway, but or we could, but one Phoenix isn't significant for an army, I suppose. But yeah, that's that's pretty cool. So my last few games, I've had significantly better luck with refugee camps than I have previously, as some of you would already know. including getting an Archangel in one of them, which was, yeah, I've got to say, probably the biggest surprise I've ever had, because, or at least in game, because it's just such a meme that our refugee camps might have an Archangel in them. Let's see, does that bring Pink to no towns? It doesn't, so they've still got one town. I think Tan have none. But Pink also don't have a hero at the moment, which is good news for us. Let's take this library. I'll always take more stats. We will visit the taupe, and we'll also take this pyre, since that gives us our one tier 7 dwelling for the conflux towns, and given that we've got 2 of them, it could be worth it. You never know, it gives us another secondary army for one of our heroes if we need it. But otherwise, I think we're good to end the turn. Let's actually build up a Behemoth Crag at this town, just in case. Again, almost certainly not going to use it, but let's build it anyway. Ooh, wow, that was close. Okay, so Damacon wants to go to Auricalcum and take out Fear the Planeswalker. We know that isn't their last hero, so I'm okay just killing that. And then we still want to go back to Shade, because we really do want to take out, take these Manticore Lairs. That said, we also want to drop some units so that we can actually pick up the Manticores. So let's send Kaya here. He can move before Damacon next turn. Lots of green dragons guarding refugee camp and an ore box, but that's it. Okay, and Sephiroth doesn't have much to do, she's just picking up some trogs. Okay, 56 trogs join your army. Fun times. Shakti is just exploring, but I don't really know what... oh, we got some free gold and some free sulfur maybe, yeah. Might as well. Otherwise we don't really know what we're doing with him now. Ah, well, it looks like we can't even get through here unless we can right at the top. Fingers crossed we can. Okay, they've already taken the taupe, of course they have. So, do I push north and go through the underground gate, or do I go through it over here? I think maybe over here, because that's just going to bring us to somewhere that was going to be on our route to explore anyway. So, yeah. Oh, maybe it actually wasn't going to be on our route to explore anyway. Alright. What did Pink actually start as? So Pink actually started as Conflux, so that might have been their main town there. Did we start with any Inferno? No. Alright, well let's check this out anyway with Gunnar. Could just be a treasure area, but with imps... imp buildings, I don't think it probably is. They're pretty low value buildings, so you normally wouldn't get those in a treasure area. You do sometimes though, so I'm not saying it can't happen. And yeah, I think we're also good to end the turn already. Jesus, that was a bit confusing. We've got Shiva again, who's really not that powerful. I've got tan there, which has no army, and pink there too. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think we can just ignore tan, practically. I mean, they are going to go through this portal, but... I actually don't have anything there to defend against it. So I could lose that town. But if I do, I can just go through the green portal myself and go and take them out, I suppose. And Kaya. Kaya just wants to take one stack, so that we've got some room to do something else with Damikon. Take Expert Armourer. Only 4 Manticores to recruit, which I must say I'm pretty disappointed with. And Damikon did pick up the other parts of the elixir, he did. Which means we'll definitely take these Throng of Diamond Golems. That's absolutely fine. Wow, there's actually 2 more Manticore layers here. Wow. Shame I can't get them both this week. Really is a shame. And Kaya. Let's not head back to town, actually. Might even be able to bait the other hero into coming to attack us, which would be nice. We don't really know where we're sending Shakti next. Hmm, 74 health left, so that should make them survive. Yep, good. Okay, so let's take Expert Fire Magic. We'll clear these crewmates out too. Geon's accidentally actually getting some decent level ups here, so as long as we keep getting good skills, we may even have a 3rd useful hero to use before long. I feel like there must be something here, but it could just be a treasure area. I still suspect that it's not a treasure area just because there's such low value units here, or such low value map objects even. So let's see if my town gets taken. No. Okay. Ah. I see. I did not really expect that. Okay, Gunnar. Back to what you were doing before. Yeah, let's go off back this way. Sefnaroth could pick up a few more troops for us. And also send herself back to the south. Lorelei can pick up Trogs, Medusas, more Trogs, and off to go and get this dragon. Dace is just having a look around still. Not much we're finding, but that's fine. .500 moves. The question is, can I beat this hero with practically no stats? And I'll double check that it's actually Marstroke that I need. Pretty sure that it is, yeah. So, let's defend Marstroke with Damacon. We did not mean to do that. I don't think they can get past me there anyway, but that's still quite annoying. Let's grab these 2 manticores. Might just go and fight the guards with Kaya instead. Should be enough with my 350 nulls. Right, Shakti. Where else can I send you? I guess Shakti could go and explore this top part of the map for us. We don't know if there's any other buildings there that could be useful, so I think that's what we do. But otherwise, let's end the turn. Okay. Tan running away with the hero there, which again seems slightly odd. But let's go to the north instead and chase down Intius, because clearly he's running back towards a town. Although not necessarily the case with the AI, I know sometimes they just do random things for no particular reason, but let's assume that they're going to be running back to a town at least. And Kaya. It's going to be a couple of turns anyway, so I guess we might as well pick up these things. Let's take basic armor, that'll be useful for our fight against these manticores that's upcoming. And Shakti just wants to keep going up here, as we've discovered. You can also pick up 28 Medusas on the way past, so I think I'll do that. And Lorelei can just go back down, we don't need these units yet. At some point, as usual, we'll amalgamate them into our forces. I didn't notice that was a 10 gems one, but I'll take it anyway. Let's see what we've got over this way, above our Inferno town. And then Damacon can just go and take out Agar. I'm going to take the fight, even though I really don't need to. Reason being just that this could actually be Tan's last. Lost a manticore. Not what we were looking for. Should be everything. And that was indeed Tan's last hero. Fantastic. So we can now concentrate on doing something a bit more useful with Damacon again. And to a large degree, I guess we might as well send ourselves through our towns and pick up a load of units. Let's also send Damacon back to one of our dungeon towns, Shade. Let's make it Shade. And we'll upgrade these manticores and leave them in town to pick up. And we'll pick up the mighty Gorgons that we left there earlier too. We'll also take these 3 Gorgons from the summoning portal, since we're going to be moving to one of our other fortress towns anyway, so we might as well take them and upgrade them. Okay, and Zarfax I'm actually just going to dismiss. I don't care about the one Trog. And Damacon finally can go to... Was this Moss Den? No, it's Moss Wood. It's always nice when all of your towns have really similar names. It makes it so much easier to do things with them. So that's the limit of Damacon's movement. Likewise again, we might as well go and grab this one Hydra with Halon. And what's our fastest unit? It's going to be the Wyverns, I guess. Oh no, it's the Dragonflies. That makes sense, actually. Let's get rid of these Golems and the Gremlins. Increases Halon's movement when we need to use him next as well. But more importantly, gives Damacon the best moves he possibly can have. So... just need to check out what we've got in our summoning portal in our main town. Medusas again, okay. Seems to be Medusas every turn, which seems unusual, considering I have 2 Chapel of Voices and I have 8 Trog Dwellings, I think it is. Yeah, 2 and 7, okay. Yeah, seems really odd that I would I would get Medusas every time, but I'm not going to complain about that. Okay, so we've got Pink to chase down with their 1 town. And before we forget, let's move this army back onto Damacon, because otherwise I can guarantee I will forget. Let's take Expert Intelligence on Gion. Dace is just doing a bit more exploring for us, which he's doing a good job with so far, I must say. We'll pick up this Pandora's box. It'll probably be trash because the AI have left it, but you never know. He has no army at all, so it could actually be useful to be able to clear something out with. And Shark Tea, let's just pick up these Medusas and bring them back to town. Kaya's not going to reach this Manticore till next turn, and that's fine. Sephiroth, likewise with the Trog Den. So, first things first, we want to send Gunnar... there's another pyre there. Fortunately, we're not allowed to take it. I mean, I guess we just go and take out Intius here. Fine, 1 Manticore lost. I think we follow the road rather than the yellow portal. But we have seen a lot of pink coming out of the yellow portal, so maybe we go to that first, actually. I think that's a better idea. And I can't think where we actually have to go next that we haven't already explored. I guess still down this way, actually. Because, yeah, this is an entirely different area to what we thought it was, at least. And we could also have a portal or an underground passage here. I mean, not an underground passage for sure, because there's not one up in the above ground, but doesn't mean that we're not going to have a portal. And in fact, I suspect we might have a portal. So Damacon's probably best off going to Lanting, actually. For several reasons. First, mostly that it's closest. But also that there's some stats here he can pick up, including the library, which is huge. And then just carry on down here. We'll go to this Marletto next turn. Okay. So, let's end the turn. Let's see where everyone ends up moving. Okay, and I think we're going to call it there for the episode. I think we've done enough, but thanks very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed it. See you next time.